Welcome to a Toast to the Men Network with your guy SD. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for the support. Toasters, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not a toaster, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so you not miss being notified with this great content drops. Toasters, last week I made a video about a portion of Steve Harvey and Shannon Sharp's interview. I had to really salute Steve Harvey about a story he told about how he went from nothing to something, back to nothing, back to something. And I mean, it was a hell of a story, hell of a trek. And you got to salute that. You got to salute a man who's resilient, who fights back, who gets up, doesn't give up. You got to salute that. Now, I don't agree. I don't agree with a lot of Steve Harvey's rhetoric, especially when it comes to relationships between men and women or men and women. But I had to salute him on that. And he does drop some nuggets, some gems, some nuggets of wisdom. And so you got to salute somebody when they do that. But the only way you can do that, really, if you're objective and you're not too emotionally charged, either direction, whether a huge supporter of the person, whether you're not a huge supporter of the person, if you can remain objective, logical, rational, and keep your emotions in check, you can catch the gems and you can catch the dirt, right? But this week, I gotta disagree with Steve Harvey on a portion of that interview. He stated the problem with men nowadays is that men want women to bring something to the table. Well, newsflash, it's always been like that, Steve. Always. From the beginning of time, women were required to bring something to the table. From Genesis, is there. From the very beginning. She was ordained. She was given the task of being my helpmate. Later on in Genesis, a little further down, it tells us, the union, to multiply and subdue the earth. That's a command given to both of us, not just the man, to both of us. So that requires work. If you go into Proverbs, read Proverbs 31. That goes into detail what's required of the woman, what she should bring to the table. I think maybe consciously or subconsciously, people automatically think men are talking about money when he says bring something to the table. But I don't think most men are talking about that. Although that's not off the table. Right. Should she be the main provider? No, I don't believe that. Should it even be close? Like a 60-40? Or I wouldn't even go 70-30. But it depends on your situation, and you have to yoke up with the right person. You have to yoke up with the right person. What I require, what I need brought to my table, need not be what the next man needs brought to his table. Every man's different. Every woman's different. But the woman has always been required to bring something to the table. We are the only mammals that put out that kind of rhetoric. If you go watch the Animal Channel, Animal Planet, if you go watch the animal documentaries on Netflix, you will see the female bringing something to the table. We're the only mammals that have put that rhetoric out there. But we got to be careful. Got to be very careful with that because it's dangerous. It's witchcraft. It goes against scripture. It goes against the universe, natural order. And if we keep pushing this narrative, keep pushing this energy, man, we're going to have a population of whores and simps. Men are going to feel like their greatest value is their money. Women are going to feel like their greatest value is their sex or vagina. And that's how we're going to exchange energy. Nurturing out of the window, fathering out of the window. loyalty, love, patience, endurance, support out of the window. It's a business relationship. And so we got to be very careful, man. I know Steve pushes Christianity, and he gives God a lot of praise and honor for his success, and that's great. But in this, he's wrong. In this, he's going against God. In this, he's going against natural order, against the universe. The woman has always been required to bring something to the table. Always. I never want my daughters to think their value is laying on their backs and bringing nothing to the table. I never want my sons to think all they have to validate them is money. There's more to my daughters than that. There's more to my sons than that. So yeah, we got to be careful about pushing that narrative out there. Yeah, he's wrong. I don't agree wholeheartedly. I don't agree. But we got to get back to reuniting, getting back to the core basics, and that's serving. Both of us, man and woman, saying, how can I serve this person? Not just how can I serve a woman in general, but whatever woman I'm in pursuit of or courting, am I the man that can serve where she needs to be served? Is she the woman? She has to ask herself this: Is she the woman that can serve or bring something to my table that needs to be brought to my table? That's what we got to get down to: serving. Both of us got to come in with the mentality of serving, not with the mentality of getting, but with the mentality of serving. Period. We got to start looking at character, principles, moral compasses. We got to go back to that. But we're playing a dangerous game saying women don't have to bring anything to the table. Because what happens in that situation, when a woman doesn't bring anything to the table, or is not required to, the man doesn't appreciate her. He doesn't see her worth. He feels she could be easily replaced. He doesn't see her as any different than any woman off of the street. She hasn't established her worth. And what's going to happen eventually, she's not going to get the love she wants and craves because he doesn't see her worth. So he's going to be disrespectful. She's going to start disrespecting him and only value his money and not the other things he could possibly bring to her table. And there you go. We got chaos. Now, I do not believe a man should be asking a woman what she brings to the table. I do not believe that. All you have to do, man, is be observant, listen, watch. Pay attention. And it'll be obvious what she brings to your table. She may bring something to a table. It may not be what you need for your table. So yeah, a man should never ask a woman, what does she bring to the table? Listen, watch, pay attention, be observant. You'll see. You'll hear. Because guess what? She's studying you. She's trying to see what you bring to the table. She won't ask you, though. She won't ask you what you bring to the table. But she's studying you. She's watching you. We got to start watching them more. We got to start listening to them more. And it'll be obvious what she brings to your table. Not just any table, but your table. Let's get back to the basics, y'all. Let's start loving each other, respecting each other. Let's get back to loyalty, nurturing, loving, supporting one another. Yeah, both people must be bringing something to the table. There are roles. I believe in roles. Yeah, the man is the head. I believe that. Each man is different on what he needs brought to his table. Each woman is different, right? What she needs, how she could be served. But that's part of being equally yoked. Communication, observation. That's it. As always, people, love, peace.